Hello everyone, and welcome to this presentation. I'm not sure how you got here today, but I'm really glad you made it. Because in this presentation, I'm going to set you free. I think I can speak for everybody when I say that life is about the chase. Specifically, life is about the chase of that almighty dollar bill. Think back to that first time you made and spent your own hard-earned money. See, from that very moment, you began a cycle that seems to be never-ending, and chances are, you didn't even realize it. You start off excited, ready to take on the world. As the time goes on, the opportunities grow, and your bank account grows to match. You keep working, and eventually, you come to the end of the road. Unfortunately, by the time you reach the end of this road, you realize that while you may have earned a lot of money, you can't get back the time and memories that you could have had. How many of you wake up way earlier than you would like to, run off to a 9 to 5, where you have to deal with the day-to-day stresses that come with being in the office, or being at a job simply watching that clock count down until the end of the day, when you can clock out, head home tired, fall asleep, and wake up to do it all over again? And here's the problem. The cycle doesn't end. You go through these motions day in and day out because you know that if you don't work, then you don't make money. And if you don't make money, you can't keep a roof over your head. You can't eat. You can't survive. Now, don't get discouraged, because here's the thing. I have a way to break the cycle. I have a way for you to start making money every single day. And the best part is, you won't have to work ever again. Now, before you roll your eyes at me, hear me out. I'm sure you've all seen the videos that are supposed to teach you how to make money online, or listen to the hundreds of so-called gurus who tell you that they have the best way to make you a millionaire. You only have to pay a one-time fee. Great, right? Yeah, I didn't think so either. But what I'm going to show you today is nothing like that. As a matter of fact, I guarantee that this is unlike anything you've ever seen or heard before. And to prove it to you, I'm going to make you 3 promises. Number 1, you don't have to invest any money. This is completely free. There's no course to buy, no products to stock. There's not even a fee to learn what this is. I give you my word that you at no point in this presentation or after will ever need to pay any money to do the things I show you today. Number 2, you don't have to take any risks. What I'm about to show you is very simple. This is not like investing in Bitcoin, stocks, or Forex, where you can make a lot of money very quickly, but need to stay up all night hoping that it'll still be there tomorrow. What I'm going to show you will give you stable income that won't fluctuate from day to day. And finally, number 3, you will make at least $100 a day for the rest of your life following the steps I teach you in this presentation. And not only that, it'll be something that won't require any skill or luck. Now, I know this may sound too good to be true, but I promise you that if you give me one chance, by the end of this presentation, I will show you that everything I have said is true. All right, now that that's out of the way, let's begin. Everyone, I would like to introduce you to Friendship Wallet. Okay, so what is Friendship Wallet? Friendship Wallet is an app for Android-based smartphones, and it'll pay you just for having the app on your phone. That's free money, just to have an app. Now, we've all heard the saying that nothing in life is free, so I'm sure you're wondering how this could possibly be true. Let me explain. Have you been on Facebook today? What about Google or YouTube? These sites and apps are absolutely free for you to use, right? So how is it that all of these companies end up making billions of dollars every single year? Here's the short and to the point answer. Ads. All right, let's dive a little bit deeper. See, every single time you visit one of these websites, you always see an ad. These ads are what generate money for the sites that you're visiting. For example, think about the last time you clicked on that YouTube video that everyone has been talking about. I'm pretty sure that right before your video started, you had to watch that short 5-second ad. YouTube didn't just put the ad on the video to annoy you. They put it there because someone paid YouTube to show that ad to you. See how that works? Advertisers pay the websites to run their content, and in turn, the websites are able to provide you with a free service. Now, why would advertisers want to pay money to these websites? What do they get out of it? The answer is customers. There are always a certain amount of people who see these ads and decide that they just have to have the product or service that they saw an ad for. That sale goes right back to the advertiser, and just like that, money's made. Now, although this is a tried and true process, there are two problems with the system. Number one, a lot of people who see the ads can't afford the product being sold. And that turns the cool ad meant to sell you a product into an annoying video that you just can't wait to skip. And number two, on the advertiser side, a lot of their budget gets blown showing ads to people who are not going to buy their product. But this, my friends, is where Friendship Wallet comes into play, to help both the advertiser and the viewer. Here's how it works. Friendship Wallet shares the ad money with the person viewing the ad. So each time you see an ad, you accumulate a small amount of money. As this money starts to build up, you're more likely to spend your extra cash on some of the products you've seen while you were making money. As a result, the advertiser is making money on the products you buy, and you're happy to see an ad. Let's face it, it's a win-win situation. So now that you know the basics on how this works, I want to show you in detail how Friendship Wallet is able to make this happen. When you install the app on your phone, Friendship Wallet will place an ad on your lock screen. Every time you unlock your phone, you'll see a different ad. This ad is coming directly from an advertiser who's paid us to show you their product. Now, instead of us keeping all the money to ourselves, we've decided to give some of it to you. After all, why else would you want to put an ad on your lock screen if you're not getting anything out of it? By paying you to show the ad on your lock screen, you have an incentive to use the app, which means we both make money, together. I'll show you this in more detail when I take you through a live demo of the app. But for now, all you need to know is that Friendship Wallet will place an ad on your lock screen. So each time you unlock your phone, you make money. It's that simple. All right, now let's get to the part that you really want to hear. How much money can you make? Well, it depends. There's a few factors like age, gender, location, how often you use your phone. So it's impossible for me to tell you exactly how much money you'll make, because the truth is, it's all in your hands. That being said, you can expect to make a minimum of 1 cent per day. Okay, now I know that's nowhere near the $100 a day that you were promised. However, by the end of this presentation, I'm going to show you how to turn that 1 cent into $100 a day. And that's the secret behind what makes Friendship Wallet the best money-making opportunity ever created. All right, now that that's out of the way, let's make some money. Here's the thing. Every penny counts. Just imagine if every single person in the world just handed you a penny. You would have about $76 million. Now, I'm not promising you that you can make $76 million. But what I am promising you is that you can apply this strategy with our app and make that $100 a day. Picture this. All it takes is for you to unlock your phone and see that ad, and you make 1 cent. At this rate, it would take a lot of unlocking to make a lot of money. But imagine if you also made a penny every time your friends unlock their phones. And what about their friends and their friends' friends? Those pennies would start to add up very quickly. And here's the thing. That's exactly what our app does. Let's break it down. If you're using the app on your own, you can expect to make a minimum of 1 cent per day. However, once you start telling your friends and inviting them to use the app, you'll start to build a team. Let's say you invited 2 people to use this app. Since they were directly invited by you, these 2 are considered to be your level 1 team. So why does that matter? It matters because the way that our app is designed, you make the same amount of money as your level 1 team members. This means if each team member makes 1 cent per day, you would make a total of 3 cents. But it doesn't end there. If these 2 people invited other people, they're considered to be your level 2 team members. And you also make 100% of what your level 2 team members make. So in this case, you'd be up to 7 cents per day. But there's more. If these people invited other people, you also make 100% of what they earn. And to literally take things to the next level, we're giving you one level below this as well. You also make 100% of what your level 4 team members make. Okay, so you're probably wondering why I keep on saying 1 cent. 1 cent is considered to be the absolute minimum amount you can expect to earn from this app. The reason for this is because we set a condition to all users that if they want to get points from their team members, they must earn at least 100 points per day, which is equivalent to 1 cent per day. This means that if the people you invited don't make 100 points that day, they won't get points from their team members. But if you met your goal, you'd still get points from them and their team members as normal. And just to be clear, all users will easily make 1 cent per day, just using their phone as normal. You're not going to need to go out of your way to meet this condition. It was only put in place to allow all users to earn a stable income. Alright, back to our example. In this example, we assume that each person invited just 2 people, and by the end you were earning around 31 cents per day, which is close to around $9.30 per month. That in itself is already not too bad. In most parts of the world, that's already equivalent to 1 free meal, and you didn't have to do anything to get this money. But let's take it further and see what would happen if each person invited 3 people instead. As you can see, the total jumps significantly to $36 per month just by inviting 1 more person. Now, what happens if you invited 4 people? The total jumps to over $100 a month. And if you invited 5, the total goes up to $230 a month. How many of you could use an extra $230 every single month? That's not a bad return, right? But what if you wanted to take it a step beyond? What would it take to make $100 every single day? Or roughly $3,000 a month. How many people do you need to invite? The answer is 10. If each person invited 10 people, you will all make $100 every single day. This table may be a little bit hard to understand, so let me simplify it into 3 easy steps. Step 1. Use the app to meet your daily goal of 100 points. Step 2. Invite 10 people. Step 3. Tell the people you invited to follow steps 1 through 3. It's that simple. If you can follow just these 3 simple steps, you will make $100 per day for the rest of your life. I know it sounds overly simplistic, and many of you may be skeptical if it's really that easy to do. So let me take this time to address all of your concerns. The first concern that most people have is finding 10 team members. I know you're wondering how you could possibly bring enough people in to use the app. But here's the thing. What you need to realize is that the app is free. You don't need to convince anyone to buy anything or spend any of their own money. All you're doing is suggesting an app to them, which will literally give them free money. How difficult do you think that would be? Secondly, this app will make money for the user, and all it takes is a simple install. How many people around the world are searching for a way to make some extra funds, or are just tired of the 9-to-5 grind? There are literally billions of people. Don't you think you'll be able to find just 10 people? Now, you may ask, what about the people who don't really have friends? The answer is the internet. All you have to do is find people online and invite them to download the app. Strike up a conversation in the comments of your favorite YouTube video, or throw up a post on a Facebook group. You can even start a free money hashtag on Twitter, or write about it in Reddit or other forums that you're a member of. And if you're more of the outgoing type, why not create a YouTube video or host a webinar or live stream? The point is, there are numerous ways to spread the word, and I'm sure that with a week's worth of hard work, you'll easily find your 10-person team without even having to leave the comfort of your own home. Finally, I want you to show your new potential team members the leaderboard page. If you're just starting out using the app, it may be a little more difficult to convince people to install the app if you yourself aren't making a lot of money. That's where the leaderboard comes into play. Now, I'll get a little more in-depth on this later on, but here's the short and sweet version. The leaderboard is a live ranking table within the app which shows the top earners ranked by day, month, and lifetime. You can use this tool to show your potential team just how much money they could be making with the app. And as you start to make more money, you can use your earnings as an example. which will make inviting new people a whole lot easier. The next issue is this. How do you make sure that your team members invite 10 more people in order to maximize the growth of the strategy? Now, this is the most important slide in this whole presentation, so I really need you to listen carefully. Here's the thing. Don't invite people just because they're your friends. Chances are if you just invite your close friends, they'll probably install the app because you told them to. But unless they themselves really believe in the app, they're not going to invite anyone else. Instead, you should invite people who really want to make money and believe in this app just as much as you do. In that way, everyone will be equally motivated, and you can all work together in building up your team. When you start to build your team, there's one thing you need to remember. It's your duty to teach them everything you know about the app. If any of your team members install the app without truly knowing how it works, chances are they're just going to delete the app a few days later. Or if they do happen to keep the app, they're unlikely to invite people to join. What you should be doing is finding 10 people who you are going to personally mentor and coach to become an expert in the app, so you can all work as a team to invite more people. This is a prime example of quality over quantity. You're better off finding just a few people who will use the app to its full potential, as opposed to hundreds of people who don't understand the strategy. And listen up, for those of you who are worried about how you're going to teach other people to use the app, don't worry. Just come back here. You see, we've created this video tutorial so you can easily share it with people who you invite, and it will explain the app in a way that is structured and easy to understand. I really recommend that you share this video with every single person you invite. I'll make sure that they learn everything they need to know about the app. The only thing you'll need to do is give them guidance if they have any questions and follow up with them from time to time to see how many people they've invited. I would also like to strongly recommend that you create a chat group with your team. By working together in the group, everyone has the opportunity to share their ideas and strategies. This benefits the whole team, and when it comes to this app, teamwork is the key to success. Lastly, one recommendation I would like to throw out there is don't try to invite somebody who is already rich. It's going to be very hard to invite someone who already has a lot of money, because chances are they couldn't care less about a couple of cents if they're already making hundreds, if not thousands of dollars a day. It's a lot easier to find people who desperately want to make money and are willing to take action right away. So, if there's one thing I want you to take out of this video, it's that you don't want to invite just anyone to use this app. I want you to make sure you invite people who want to make money and who you are confident will follow through with the 3 steps. If you follow my advice and your team member just isn't inviting other people, then either it means you've not found the right type of person, or they haven't watched this video. In that case, you should probably show them the video and make sure they understand everything. But if that still doesn't motivate them or they don't watch it, then find someone else. Remember, you just need to find 10 quality team members, and they need to do the same. Follow up with all of them in the chat group you created until they have each invited 10, and then they should do the same with their team members, and so on. Alright, so let's move on to the next issue. How to invite people. Inviting people is really easy. I'll show you a walkthrough of the app later on in this presentation, but for now, all you need to know is that you'll be able to invite people either by giving them your invite ID or a link to download the app, which automatically uses your invite ID for anyone who signs up using that link. You may be wondering why other people will want to use your invite ID. Well, the benefit that other people get when using your invite ID is that members who have an invite ID will earn a bonus 25% more points each time they unlock their phone. Therefore, it's in their best interest to enter your invite ID. That being said, if for some reason you just don't want other people to know that they are using your invite ID, you can just give them your invite link, which will automatically use your invite ID and be completely unknown to the other party. Okay, now that that's out of the way, let's talk about another common question. Is this a scam or a pyramid scheme? The answer is, not a chance. If this was a scam or some sort of pyramid scheme, we would need to ask for your money first. Only then can we steal it. How could we possibly steal your money if we haven't taken any of your money at all? The answer is simple. We can't. The worst thing that could happen here is only that you wouldn't get paid as promised. So let me show you how you can be sure that we will pay you as promised. Let me break down this question into two parts. Number one, do you have the money to pay us? The short and simple answer to this is yes. I hope you all understand by now that we are making money from the ads you see as explained in the earlier parts of this presentation. But if you're still not convinced, I want to ask you something. Why would we spend time and money making an app if it didn't bring us any money? We wouldn't, right? It wouldn't make any sense. So that means we must be making money some way, which in turn means that we must have money to pay you. I hope that makes sense. This leads to our next question. Why will you pay us? You see, it's in our best interest to pay you as promised. Like I just explained, we make money whenever you see an ad. That means that the more users we have, the more money we make. Now, if we don't pay our users like we promised, everyone would stop using the service. If everyone stops using the service, well, then neither of us makes money. By sharing some money with our users as promised, you continue to use the app, and we make some money in the process. That is why it's in our best interest to make sure you get paid, and is also why you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Another important question you may have is when can you withdraw the money you earned today? We believe that this is a very important issue, so we have made this very transparent. You'll be able to clearly see from within the app when you can withdraw your earnings. In general, it will be between 30 to 90 days, depending on the advertiser whose ads you saw. I'll show you this in more detail when I take you through a live demo of the app, which is coming up next. Alright, so now that everyone has a good understanding of what the app does, let me take you through a live demonstration of how the app works. Okay, so when you first install Friendship Wallet, you'll see this login screen. Since most of you probably won't have an account at this time, you can either sign up by clicking on Create an Account or clicking on Google or Facebook to sign up using either of those two accounts. In this demo, I'll go ahead and sign up manually. Okay, so you just need to fill out this page to sign up. I'll be using fake details in this presentation, but be sure to use real details when you sign up, or else you may have trouble when you're trying to withdraw later on. Alright, so now that I've filled everything in, let's continue. When you first install the app, you can go through the tutorial to get an idea of how everything works. Most of the things here I've already covered in this tutorial, and the rest I will show you in this demo. So I'll go ahead and skip through the tutorial for now. After completing the tutorial, you'll be prompted to enter an invite ID if you have one. As you can see, you will earn 25% more points by having an ID, so I'll go ahead and enter the one that I have. In your case, if you don't have an invite ID, you can always enter it later in the settings page, which I will show you later on in this demo. If you get this message, it means your invite ID has been entered successfully. Alright, this here is the main screen of Friendship Wallet. You will see how much you've earned as well as your daily goal for the day over here. As I mentioned earlier in this presentation, everyone needs to earn at least 1 cent per day or 100 points in order to claim their team points for the day. That's why you see 100 here. Okay, so let me first show you how easy it is to get points. Let me first turn off the screen. Now give it a few seconds the first time, then turn on your screen. You should see this page every time you turn on your phone screen from now onwards. You can click to read on any of these articles if something interests you, but just note that you aren't getting points for clicking on them. To get points for unlocking your phone, you need to swipe on the unlock button. And there you go. You've earned points. Now you can exit this screen and continue using your phone as normal. Let's go back to Friendship Wallet and see if the point shows up. And there you go. You've earned points. If you click on the Points History button, you can see how many points you've earned today and in the past. In this case, since I just created this account, I only have one entry there. The My Team page is where the magic happens. You can invite people to use this app by giving them the invite ID you see on this page. Or you can click on the button above to get your referral link to share with other people. If you've already invited people, you will see how many members you have in each level and how many points they have earned today. In this case, since I haven't invited anyone yet, it's still at 0. But once I start inviting, This will become my main source of income. The last button you see on this page is the Buzz button. If you click on this button, it will show you some interesting articles that you may be interested in reading. You can read them if you're interested, but as I mentioned earlier, you aren't getting points for that. If you want to get more points, you can go to the Earn page for that, which is what I'll show you next. Okay, this is the Earn More page. Here you can watch video ads, download apps, or complete surveys for more points. This is the ideal solution in case you're trying to meet your daily goal. That being said, this should not be necessary because, as I mentioned before, you should easily be able to meet your goal just by using your phone as normal. But if for whatever reason you want to make more points, or if you just want to make more money, then the Earn More page is the page you want to use. Do not repeatedly lock and unlock your phone just to get more points. We limit the number of times you can get points by unlocking your phone each day. This is to protect our advertisers from users who abuse the system. All that being said, you'll easily be able to meet your daily goal just by unlocking and using your phone as normal. This limitation only applies to people who unlock and use their phone way more than the average person. And even if you're flagged for some reason, you'll be able to earn points from unlocking your phone again the next day. The lesson here is that if you want to make more points, use the Earn More page. Don't repeatedly lock and unlock your phone just to get more points. So now let me show you how easy it is to get points using the Earn More page. If I just click this button, there will be a video ad that shows up. When the video is over, you'll get points. It's that simple. One thing that you should note, though, is that a video may not always be available when you click on it, so you can try again after a few seconds in that case. You can also get points by downloading apps if you click any of the buttons below. Alright, moving on. Here's the leaderboard page I was talking about. You can clearly see how many points users have earned today, this month, and over the lifetime of this app. This is an excellent page to show new members if your team is still small and you're trying to convince others that this app really works. Another cool feature is that our app supports multiple currencies, so you can choose which currency you want to see your points displayed in. But just note that US dollars is the base currency of your earnings. So if you choose a different currency, the value may fluctuate from day to day because of changes in the exchange rate. But if you choose to see your points in US dollars, then there will be no fluctuation. 100 points is equal to 1 cent. Next, let's look at the withdraw page. On this page, you can clearly see how much you've earned and when you can withdraw it. As I mentioned before, the withdrawable dates depend on when the advertiser pays us, and that's why your earnings have been split into different dates in this case. Okay, so now let's suppose you had points that were withdrawable today. You have the option of withdrawing your money to PayPal, Payoneer, True Money, or to your local bank account by clicking on the appropriate page. Let's say I wanted to withdraw to PayPal. I would just fill in this information and click Submit. You will see all the necessary information here, including how long it takes to receive your money. Now, let's look at the settings page. Firstly, as you can see here, our app supports several different languages and works just as well in almost every country in the world, so you can easily invite people from other countries as well. Moving on, this is where you can turn on and off lock screen ads. I highly recommend leaving this on, as this will allow you to earn points and meet your daily goal by literally doing nothing at all. Below this option, you will see the Enter Invite ID button. Here you can enter an invite ID if you have not already entered it upon sign-up. You can view the tutorial we saw in the beginning here if you missed it, or take a look at our detailed facts if you have any questions. I have covered every single question you may have here, even the ones not covered in this presentation. So you should definitely check this page out if you're still not clear on anything. Moving on, the notifications button you see here contains important announcements and messages that we may send to you from time to time. At the moment, there are no new announcements, so it's empty right now. Finally, if you want to contact us either because you have some questions or want to advertise with us, you can use the Contact Us button. Before ending this presentation, let's log into the Team Leader account whose invite ID we used and see if we got points. Okay, do you see here under Team Points? This user has earned the same amount of points as we did. If you go to the My Team page, you can see this in greater detail. One thing to note though is that this point has not been added to the points balance, points history, or the withdraw page. The reason is because this user has not met their goal yet. Once they meet their goal, then this point will automatically be added to those 3 places. Alright, let's return to our presentation. The last thing I want to say is that if you have any questions, if anything wasn't clear, or if you just want to get in touch with us, you can always send us an email at info@friendshipwallet.com and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. I hope this presentation was educational and opened your eyes to new possibilities. This is really the easiest way to make money ever created. I hope you can all see that now. You didn't have to invest any money. You didn't have to take any risk. And you can make more than your entire salary. I'd like to end by handing it over to you. I've already shown you the way. Now it's your turn to make it happen. Destiny is in your hands now, my friend. Peace out.